Hello friends, welcome to another weekly top-down analysis video on the gold and GJ. So as usual, we are going to start with the gold monthly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4-hour and 30 minutes time frame. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, as we can see, we have a gold chart, and as we can see, we have the last monthly candle close a bearish. So as we can see, we have this support, and we have the last monthly candle close bearish below this support. Now, if we can see that, we have, next support right into, this area. So as we can see, we have a support right here, and then we have support right here and right here. So if we can see, now basically, because we have the last monthly candle close bearish below this support, now there is a pretty high probability for the next monthly candle to keep going down to the next support. And if you break this support as well, we can go support and this support as well. So that is on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to weekly time frame to see more details on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that the market structure is bullish because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see that we created a high. After that, we came down, created a low, which is higher than the previous low. And after that, we broke the previous high, created a new higher high. And right now, it's going to retrace. And so, the price is going to retrace, and we can make a higher low to continue going up and, keep making higher highs and higher lows on the weekly time frame, right? If we look more closely, we can also find out that on the weekly time frame, we have basically we had this support, and the price has already broken this support. As we could see there, we had this weekly candle close below this support, and the last weekly candle close kind of weak bearish with a rejection to the downside. So still we can see that we had this support broken on the weekly time frame. So now what I'm anticipating on the weekly time frame, so the price may come little bit up. So like as we can see that we have this basically resistance right now. So now there is a potential price may come a little bit up, maybe to this area or to this area, and then once the price comes there, I'll be waiting and looking for some kind of bearish candle closure. Basically this could be a break and retest of this area. And by the time we are doing this on the weekly time frame, on the monthly time frame, we must be making a top wick on the new monthly candle. So in this situation on the weekly time frame, once we have this bearish candle closure, there's going to be a higher probability for the price to go down, not only to this low created by the price, but we may come down to the next support, which is right into this area as well. So that is something we see on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to find out more details. On the daily time frame, we can see that the market structure is bearish on the daily time frame because we are making lower lows and lower highs. So as we can say, starting from the top, we can see that we broke this support. So we created a low, then we created a lower high, then we broke this previous low as well, and we created a new low. So right now, as we can see, the price is, last daily candle already closed bullish. So now, I'm anticipating some kind of pullback, maybe to, this area, which can be a potential break and retest, or we may come down to, this area, which is a previous resistance on the daily time frame. Once we come into this area or into this area, I'll be looking for some kind of resistance to be created to continue going down to not only retest the previous low, but hopefully making a new lower low on the daily time frame. So that is something I see on the daily time frame. Now let's go to 4-hour time frame. So until now, we know that on the monthly, weekly, daily, the price is bearish, right? On the 4-hour as well, as we can see, the market structure is bearish because we are making lower lows and lower highs. So as we can see, we created a low. After that, we created a lower high. We broke the previous low, created a lower low, lower high. Then we broke the previous low, created a lower low as well. Right now, the price is retracing on the 4-hour time frame to hopefully make a lower high below this resistance. And once we form a resistance somewhere below this area, I'll be looking to take a short to target the previous low created by the price. Now, how to see this on the 30-minute time frame? Let's go to 30-minute time frame to find more details. Now, until now, we know that monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour, every time frame is bearish, but 30-minute time frame is bullish, because as we can see, we were making low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, and after that, we can see that we created low. After that, lower, high, higher low, and higher high. So right now, if the price can come down to this area, potential support area, then we can look for a long opportunity to target the previous high created by the price. But at the same time, as we know that the market structure is bearish, or the price is bearish on all higher time frames. So now, as we know that the price is bearish on all higher time frames, so if you go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this is a resistance area basically. So if you go back to the 30-minute time frame again, so once the price reaches this resistance area on the 4-hour, daily, and higher time frame, so I'll be looking some kind of bearish market structure. Maybe the price start breaking a low, start making lower lows and lower highs. In that situations, we know that all higher time frames, 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, are already bearish, and this 30-minute time frame will also start making bearish market structure. In that scenario, all time frames will be aligned to go down, and in that situation, I'll be looking to take a shorting opportunity in order to target the previous low created by the price earlier. So that is something on the gold. Now let's go to our next pair, which is GJ. Now let's go to GJ and start our analysis with the monthly time frame. So now GJ on the monthly time frame, we can see that the market structure is very much bullish, because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see, we created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high, created a higher high. So we are bullish on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to a weekly time frame to see more details. On the weekly, we are bullish as well, because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we broke the previous high, created a higher high. So we are bullish on the weekly time frame as well. But at the same time, we can see that as we can see, this weekly candle had a bigger body than this weekly candle, had a smaller body than the previous candle, and the last weekly candle had the smaller body than the previous candle as well. So as we can see, the body of the candles are getting smaller and smaller. So you can say that there is going to be a potential for a pullback, basically, to form the support and continue going up. Okay, so now that is something on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to see more details. On the daily, we can see the price is pretty much bullish as well, because we are making higher highs and higher lows. So we created a high, higher low, we created a high, higher low, higher high, and so as we can see, the price is kind of consolidating in this area. So now again, as we saw in the weekly time frame, there is a potential for a pullback to basically form the support and keep going higher. If we look more closely on the daily time frame, because we are anticipating some kind of a pullback, so we know that this one is going to be a support and this one is a resistance. So if we get daily candle close above this resistance, there is going to be a higher probability for the price to continue up to the next resistance. But at the same time, if we break this support and close to the downside, then there is going to be a higher probability for the price to come up to the next support, which is right here, and maybe down somewhere into this area, which will be a kind of potential pullback, which we are looking on the daily and the weekly time frame, which I discussed earlier, right? So now let's go to our 4-hour time frame to find more details. On the 4-hour, you can see that the price is pretty much bullish, because we are making high highs and higher lows. So creating a high, higher low, we created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And right now, as we can see, the price came up, tried to, break the previous high, but we couldn't break the previous high. Basically, the 4-hour candle closed bearish at the previous resistance. So we have this resistance and we have this support. Now, as we saw on the daily and the weekly, that there is a potential for the pullback, although we are pretty much bullish on those time frames. So now on the 4-hour time frame, we have this resistance. If we get a 4-hour candle close above this resistance, there is going to be a higher probability for the price to come up to the next resistance by looking on the left hand side. But at the same time, as we know that we have a bullish market structure on the 4-hour time frame, now to look for the sells, I'll be waiting for the price to break this a low, basically, price to make a lower low, and then I'll be waiting for some kind of a pullback. And once the price make a pullback and create a resistance, I'll be looking to take short in order to target the previous low and maybe the support, right here. That is going to be the idea on the 4-hour time frame. Now, how it looks like on the 30-minute time frame. Let's see on the 30-minute time frame. Now on the 30-minute time frame, we can see that the market structure is bullish on the 30-minute time frame. So as we can see, we created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then here we broke the previous low, and then again, the price broke the previous high, basically maintained this bullish market structure, higher low, and then we broke the previous high, created a higher high, and right now the price is kind of retracing. So as we can see, the market structure is bullish on the 30-minute time frame. Also, we can see that we have this support, price basically created this support right here. So now if we get a 30-minute candle close below this support, there is going to be a higher probability for the price to come up to the next support, which is right into this area. And if we break that as well, we can, go to the next support, which is right into, that area. That is something on to the downside. And for the longs, if the price consolidate in this area, basically between this resistance and a support, and then during a high volume time, suppose like London session or a New York session, if we get a candle close above the resistance, then that will basically indicate that there is going to be a higher probability for the price to come up and retest the previous high created by the price. And keeping that in my mind, once we break the high of the previous candle, I'll be looking to take long in order to target this high, and hopefully making a new higher high here on the 30-minute time frame. So that is something I see on the GJ as well. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the gold and GJ from the monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.